Hey, Tara Strong here, and you're listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hey, this is Tom Zoller, creator of Long Distance, and you are listening to The Pull Bag.
Oh, hi, Pinkie Pie.
This is your singing telegram. I hope it finds you well. You're invited to a party because we think you're really swell. Gummy turning 1 year old, so help us celebrate. The cake will be delicious, the festivities first rate. There will be games and dancing, pop for apples, cut a rug. And when the party's over, we'll gather round for a group hug. No need to bring a gift, being there will be enough. Birthdays mean having fun with friends, not getting lots of stuff. It won't be the same without you, so we hope that you say yes. So please, oh please, RSVP and come and be our guest. Next time I think I'll just pass out written invitations.
My little pony, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure,
Tons of fun,
a beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Hello and welcome to episode 129 of The Pull Bag. I am one of your hosts, Steve Mike. Joining me is the Pinkie Pie of Podcasting.
Everyone does say I am like Pinkie Pie, so I can't.
Yeah, I see where they're coming from. But Beatlesdiva is here, and this is going to kick off FIENDSHIP is Friendship February. Was it last year?
Yep,
or the year before?
It was last February.
Okay. Honey. So this podcast has actually been a year in the making, folks. Last February, IDW released the Villains one-shots for their My Little Pony franchise, and as soon as they did that, I'm like, ooh, that's going to be interesting. And because I found out about it a month after it had happened, I'm like, I'm not going back. February content for 2015 is already done. I'll just wait a year. It'll be fine. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. This is FIENDSHIP is Friendship February. It's going to be episode 129 to 134. 133. It's actually probably going to stretch into March. So, most likely, depending on how I decide to do the releases. But in this episode, before we talk about the bad guys, we got to talk about the good guys. So we're going to start with the Ponytails Volume 1. This includes stories from Twilight, Rainbow Dash, Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, and Applejack. Now, if anyone's heard... Where have I said this? I've said this. I know I've said this before because you nearly killed me saying it. My Little Pony, it's for girls. I am the world's last brony. I do not buy into the whole brony thing whatsoever. I'm fine with guys liking female-centric or female-driven cartoons. That's fine. I mean, we all love She-Ra. We all love Jem. Whatever. But the ponies thing has always really been for girls, in my personal opinion. And I just can't... I'm one of those people, if something gets to...
Mainstream?
Not main... I don't want to sit here and insult the My Little Pony franchise by saying it's a fad, but when it gets, not necessarily mainstream, but when it pretty much, the bandwagon just churns and churns and then goes careening down a hill... I pretty much jump off at the top of the hill. It's like I'll come back to it when no one's talking about it, or when everything is just, all conversation has just died down, because I need to be able to find it for myself, not just jump on and because I've done that before. I've jumped onto stuff and I'm like, how do people like this crap? It doesn't matter what it is. No, seriously, that's generally my reaction. It's like, okay, sure, I'll give it a try. Watch one or two or whatever, or read one or two or whatever. It's like, how, whatever. So But I am giving this an honest try. I have watched the first. I know I'm way behind. I have watched the first season of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. My girlfriend Jenna and I will be doing a Tooncast Beyond on that at some point, whenever she gets her computer back. But yeah, we're going to do the ponies and... Oh, that sounded wrong. We're going to do the pony comics coverage here in the pull bag. And when did you first read these stories, the ones that compile Ponytails Volume 1? Did you read them as they came out?
I did.
Or...
Yeah, so this was like a little refresher course for me. It's been a while since I've read them. So.
In case people don't know, Nicole's the diehard. I'm just skirting on the edge
I'm
of
the one that brought
Ponyville.
most people that I know into ponies.
Yeah,
Because when it came on the hub, when they announced
at the time when it was still the hub.
Yeah. Well, when they announced it, okay, we'll travel back. Let's go back into Nicole's world. So when they announced it, I did not like the animation styles whatsoever. The stills that they showed, I'm like, this is way too girly. I am not gonna like this. Mm-hmm. First episode, the first 2 episodes are different in the ponies than the rest of because it talks about the legend of Nightmare Moon and everything. So, and then you get into what the actual ponies feel like. I was in love with these guys. And so when they came into IDW, I knew I was going to be a fan. So, but you know what, how you were saying that it was a girl's property when it was first made in the 80s. It was supposed to be geared to both boys and girls. If you go watch the very, very first episode, you can see that.
Yeah, I'll have to just take your word for it.
No, really. They do DNA tests that make these ponies into dragons, and Tyrek is badass, and he makes him, pull his chariot of death to bring. Yeah, this is the first episode of Pony.
Okay, you said chariot of death. I thought you said cherry of death, and I'm like, wait, why are they pulling his chariot?
His chariot. Go watch it, people. It's awesome.
Yeah. So as I said, we have 6 stories here. We have Twilight, which is story art and letters by Tom Zoller, colors by Rhonda Pattison. Rainbow Dash's story is done by Ryan K. Lindsay with art and colors by Tony Flex. And then we have Rarity is written by Katie Cook with art by Andy Price, colors by Heather Breckel. Barbara Kessel is on Fluttershy with art and colors by Tony Flex again. Ted Anderson is doing Pinkie Pie with art and colors by Ben Bates. Hey, Ben Bates, I know him from Turtles. And Applejack, I just can't believe this. It's written by Bobby Curnow, the Turtles editor over at IDW. He also does the edits on My Little Pony as well. Art and colors by Brenda Hickey. So we open up with Twilight and Spike.
Wait, we gotta give credit to the letters. Neil Yakite did letters for all of them. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Did.
Yep.
Because when you get to Pinkie Pie, letters get crazy.
Yeah, they do. They do. The cover, all the regular covers are done by Amy Meberson. The regular cover here, it's Twilight Sparkle, but it looks like she's having a rock concert, but with books.
Yeah.
It just looks like that.
She's living up to her last name.
Yeah.
It's very sparkly.
Yes, it is. And Spike is down there in the right-hand corner just snickering at her. So this first story is pretty much Twilight and Spike going off to see Princess Celestia, and she sends them on a quest to the library.
Which is not really... It's not a punishment for Twilight, let's just say.
No, it's not a punishment for Twilight, no. anybody that knows Twilight Sparkle knows she is the biggest reader in Ponyville, in Equestria, anywhere. And the whole time I'm reading this, I'm like, and I should say it's not the library. It's not the library. It's the Royal Archive. It's kind of the same thing, though.
Yeah.
Kind of. And we see this crotchety old green pony basically slamming the door in Twilight's face, saying she doesn't need any help. It's it's kind of like, what if Twilight Sparkle met Grandpa Simpson? Like, seriously.
It kind of does remind me of Grandpa Simpson, yeah.
I don't want any help.
I can see that.
Oh, God. So, the Twilight basically tricks her into opening the door and letting her in, and Twilight's just amazingly at home. And this librarian pony, and she got injured somehow. We don't know how right away, because
they just said that she got hurt. So.
Oh, so they don't actually explain it, but they show. Okay.
Well, Princess Celestia just said that she hurt herself in the previous panels, so she's not doing too well.
Yeah.
So.
And again, this is Tom Zoller, people. This is the guy that wrote Love and Capes and Long Distance, and I love the guy. I interviewed him last year. He's an awesome dude, but this is just weird seeing him write ponies. At least it's weird for me. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just going to keep calling her the Green Pony because she doesn't actually give her name.
Yes, she does.
If I say
she does.
Not yet.
Celestia gave her name at the beginning. Her name says Summer Main, the Royal Archivist, has had a fall and can't get around, so she fell. So
yeah.
Summer.
But that's
Main.
not technically her real name, though. That's her
pen name.
No, I was gonna say that's her Escape to Mexico name, but. I do really love this character because, what's your name? Twilight Sparkle. I think you talk too much. I really dig this character. Old and crotchety, just like me.
Grouchy,
Yeah. Yeah. She has all these rules. She basically tells Twilight Sparkle, "There's a guest suite down the hall. That's yours. No snoring." Basically. Anything and everything
just do what you need. Stay out of my way and don't talk, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. The answer is no. It's always no. Which has been my motto for the last 10 years or so, actually. So, Twilight goes on. Summer Main gives her the tour of the archive, and they're talking about
Twilight's, because Summer Main's saying that young fillies don't read today, and so Twilight's like, I read all the time, and she's talking about her favorite authors, and Summer Main's like putting everything down that she likes to read, and so. I mean, it's basically old school versus new school, I guess.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Who's the vampire pony? What the hell?
Oh, well, I mean, you can pretty much, talking about vampires, her name's Twilight, you can pretty much figure it They're kind of making fun of.
Yeah, but they're just not... Oh, that's just so wrong.
No, it's right.
It's just...
for people that keep on saying that Twilight Sparkle was named after Twilight, no. Twilight Sparkle was a G1 pony in the 80s, so...
Yes. No, I know.
No, there's people that keep on saying that. People that have never read or watched the show, and they're like, oh, she's just named her after... I'm like, no. No. Don't you even.
Yeah. So... Summer asks her who her favorite author is, and she said, "That's easy, Jade Singer." And Zoller is pretty much, having Twilight just wink at the audience. Well, she has her eyes closed, but to me, it's like, after reading the story, I'm like going back and looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that's a dead plot point giveaway right there. It's not a bad thing, but what do we think of the art so far in this story?
I like the art. It's fun. I mean, it's not to the exact of the cartoon, but I love it. I love the expressions that they put on Summer Main. She has some of the best expressions.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, the knock knock, that face, and then the question mark because Twilight's not there, and because Twilight's already out in the thing. And I think her best expression is the panel. "You got spunk, kid. I hate spunk." She's just kind of wrinkling her nose at her.
I don't blame her for being crotchety, though.
No.
Because having a broken leg is not fun. Especially if you're a horse, most likely you'd be put down. So they're giving her a second chance to recover.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it looks like Twilight's going to be daunted at the task of having to put all these books in order, alphabetical, all that stuff. But this is Twilight, people. She lives for this stuff.
This is like vacation time for her.
Yeah, pretty much. As far as the art goes, you got to think though. This is IDW trying to take the three-dimensional characters and put them two-dimensionally. And Tom, quite frankly, since he's doing the art here, he's pretty much thinking fourth-dimensionally, if you really want to put it. Because, I mean, it's not, you're right, it's not exact. Like, Twilight's not exactly to her animated self, but the colors are right, the angles are right a little bit. I mean, but certain artists are going to have to put their stamp on it. Yeah. I mean, it's not, and it's not a bad thing.
Oh no. I think the faces are adorable. Does a good job.
Wait, Marvel Universe?
Marvel.
Marvel Universe.
No, but you can kind of see what they're going for,
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so basically this Summer Breeze basically pulls this book out because she thinks it's incorrectly put away, and Twilight says, "But no, look at it. It says the official handbook." So,
nerd. And that's why we love Twilight.
And we have a really awkward dinner scene with them. So this takes place over what, a day and a half or so?
To this point?
Because she stayed there. Yeah. Twilight goes to ask her a question, and she's, oh, never mind. Again, the expressions are amazing, folks. And it's just a really uncomfortable dinner scene. It really, really is. I love how Summer can never get her name right. So Twi'lek.
Yeah, I think she's kind of doing it on purpose because she really doesn't want her to be there. She's afraid she's going to take over her job because we forgot to mention that Twilight kind of lied to get into here, So.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
So we get to the next day, and books need dust covers, and Twilight tries to make a joke, and sadly it doesn't work.
Yeah, it kind of backfires.
Yeah.
Poor Twilight, she's trying. She really is.
Yeah, she is very much so trying. And she starts singing as she's doing this, and Summer's like, "Are you hurt? I heard a terrible sound." "No, ma'am, I have a just singing. Singing, is that what you kids call music? Yeah, this is so Grandpa Simpson. So she pulls out this music thing, what is that? It's record player, phonograph, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Looks like something out of Beethoven's days.
It's not that old. It's more like
Yeah.
20s.
Well,
it's a phonograph.
close enough.
Yeah.
So they start boogie woogieing down, and she says, "This is good stuff. Once you hear it, you can't get it out of your head. That's what I'm afraid of." My God, summer is you.
The earworms. Yep.
Yep. Misfits in Hawaii. What a joke.
You're wrong. That's it.
No.
Wrong.
Nope.
You're wrong. Capital W.
Nope.
Capital R. A chuck.
Yeah, that's a crossover we need. Rung analyzing the ponies. That would be awesome. So we get to a bit later, and they're, I guess, having a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch. It looks like grilled lettuce, maybe? I don't know.
Good old pony.
I don't know what kind of sandwiches these are. The only thing that I will have, I don't think it was I don't know if it was Tom's script or if it was the letterer that did this, or no, I think he's on, I don't know, whatever. She says, "No way, I thought everyone used a typewriter." They kind of broke the fourth wall there, because they usually do every pony or any pony or...
Oh, I didn't even notice that, yeah.
Yep. So they get to talking about Jade Singer and what she used to use and how she used to do everything longhand, and she says if you like Singer, you'll love Grande, and she wrote more than one overrated book. Try like Spackle.
I just picture her like Janine on Ghostbusters. That's what I picture her voice like.
God, and Potts, yeah. She does finally get the name right. Mm-hmm. She screams it. So she scolds her because she's up there reading, and
yeah, she's not doing what she's supposed to be doing.
No.
She got buried. She buried her nose in a book, and
yep.
And then everything just stopped so she could read.
Yep. And then we have we then have them, I guess it's, I don't know, time in this is just weird because they're eating again.
Well, it's the next day, or
okay.
they're having macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. They have this really weird scene where it's not a weird scene, but they have this background scene where everything is essentially inaudible for about a panel and a half. That's an interesting way to pass time.
You got two bookworms, and they finally got into a subject that they both enjoy. So yeah. I'm pretty sure this went on for a while. This talk.
Yeah. So Summer goes off to town because she's going to get them a pie for tonight, and she says there's a new stack of books that needs filed in the south wing, and something, it doesn't really show here what Twilight says. She said not to go into the office, never go into the office, but she didn't say I couldn't look through the door. She left it open.
Yeah, she left it.
Oh, it's see, I didn't get that at first. I'm like, wait, why is she even looking over there? Don't even look, but the door's cracked. Okay, I got it. And this is where she finds out that Summer is actually
Her favorite
Jade.
author. Yeah.
Yeah, Jade Singer. Yeah,
I like that name, Jade Singer.
yeah. And the dinners get even more awkward and more awkward and more awkward.
Well, and then Jade / Summer, she's like, I want you to go, just pack your things. You know, she feels like her trust is, she can't trust Twilight right now. You know, and of course Twilight, being the perfectionist, she feels so bad, feels so sorry for her. So she couldn't sleep, so she stayed up all night.
Yeah, stayed up all night, shelved all the books. You know, she basically tells Jade that, you know, oh, you were never going to be replaced. I just made that up so you'd let me in. That's how I got my first job as an assistant editor.
And then, of course, they have another bonding experience, you know. And Jade kind of lets down her guard, and she finally was like, okay, I could really relate to this gal.
Yeah. I like the story. I think it's kind of cool. It's fun. I don't know. I like how they do bond, and because as the story goes along, she does, you know, Twilight tells her about her friends, and Jade says she's never had friends like that, and well, now you have one now, and
yeah, it's a typical My Little Pony story, you know, where, you know, it is based on friendship. When the cartoon started, Twilight didn't have any friends because she was so busy studying, and so for her to reach out and to make friends, she thinks it's a big accomplishment, and it really is for her. So this is also another big thing for her.
Yeah, I mean, I like this story. I think it's interesting and fun. Overall, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5.
I agree with you. I think it's a cute story. You kind of can see where it was going, but it still has, you know, Grandpa Simpson. I like that he's put. You know, it's just a feel good story. You know, this is like one of those stories that you could share with a kid, and they'd learn something from it. Like, oh, okay, you know.
So the second chapter is all about Rainbow Dash. Now, this is where the action ramps up here, folks.
Oh, I Rainbow. Rainbow's awesome.
Are you ditching Pinkie Pie to love Rainbow more than her?
I actually loved Rainbow. The very first episode of Rainbow was the one I was like, I want to be Rainbow Dash. She's so awesome. You know, I can't be that awesome.
So Rainbow's all about action, and we have the Wonderbolts, basically the pony versions of the Blue Angels, essentially. Basically, yeah. And we have Rainbow with her Sonic Rain Boom. And Rainbow Dash has always been the pony because she's a flyer. She needs to go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And she keeps pushing herself and pushing herself and pushing herself. And in this, she runs into a cloud.
A dark cloud.
A very dark gray cloud. Now, I'll say this now, folks. I was hoping this was going to be more than what it was. Like, they made it out to be this big, bad, oh my god kind of thing. I like how the story for Rainbow goes as far as her self-esteem and all of that and everything else and how all that is. But as far as the reveal of who the villains are actually behind the cloud, I just hit my head on my desk.
Why? I love these guys. I think they're awesome.
I'm like, really? Oh, really? Come on. I mean, yeah, they are awesome characters, but the way that it's written and the way that it's played out and the way that Rainbow is kind of freaking out about all this, it makes it seem like it's something more than just a couple of gremlins.
Yeah, but when you hear that it's gremlins against a flyer, go back to the Twilight Zone with the gremlins on the plane. That's what I got out of this. I'm like, oh, gremlins on the plane, they're destroying her. I mean, they're taking away her flight, if you think about it. So that's what I got out. I'm like, oh, okay. They have a little Twilight Zone twist. I like this.
Yeah, all I can think of is don't feed them after midnight.
Those are other gremlins.
Yeah, I know. I will say the art in this one is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
All the effects with her flying, with the clouds and the giant cloud, the rain, the thunder and light, or the lightning strikes, all that. There's a big splash page where it's revealed that it's a nightmare, and it's kind of like got this giant purple eyes and mouth. And
oh, that's so cool. I like that.
That page is kind of awesome. And Rainbow basically asks the cloud, "What do you want?" And the cloud wants to rain on your parade, and all this and all that, and basically is breaking her spirit pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And the whole rest of the issue is her trying to get her gumption back, her trying to, get her self-esteem back. And I mean, I like the story. I think it's a good story that, if someone does lose their self-esteem, you do have to find a way to get it back. And
because Rainbow Dash is a very proud pony. And she's always wanting to be the best. She's always wanted to, be number one. So when she gets pushed down, it's a big fall for her. It's just like, wow, because she really knows what it's like to lose. But when she does, it hurts her bad.
You know what we need in this series? We need a version of Ironhide. We need an Iron Pony. Because every pony
that'd be Big Mac.
Well, he's not red. He's not red though. He's because she says a few weeks pass between the time her first cloud encounter happens, and she says every pony is so mopey, and all I can think of when I hear mopey is Ironhide. Thanks for noticing me.
They have the goth pony.
Yeah, there's that. So she's going to try really hard about getting back into the game and defeating the cloud. And she comes up with all these different attacks and this is where the book gets hilarious, folks. Summer Breeze denied. The Inner Shine dulled. Fortress of Fantastic? Don't tell Rainbow, but this one won't work either.
She tries so hard.
Yeah. So these gremlins are pretty much... we get the reveal of them. These characters, have they been in the show, or are they exclusive to the comic? Because like I said, I've only seen season 1, so I haven't seen these guys. Okay.
They're for the comic.
Okay.
I don't remember them from the cartoon. I must have been high if there was one. So.
Their whole point is they want everyone to give up and be sad. That's kind of the whole point of their plot here. And I do love the whole what fools these ponies be. It's just classic.
The Shakespearean.
Yeah, absolutely. So we then get to where Rainbow Dash is going over to see her various friends. We run into Applejack. We run into... Okay, so we run into Applejack, and her and Rainbow Dash have a discussion, and Rainbow wants to try again, and she tries this... Listen up, you big dumb clown. I'm coming for you. And rainbows are coming with me. Tornado. Epic. Tunk. Fail.
Denied.
Yeah.
So uncool.
Yeah, I know, right? And so we have the the results here, and Applejack is not exactly pleased with it. Yep, that one was your fault. Why didn't you wind it faster? Why is it so difficult to cloud? It's not like I'm fighting a ninja monster made of algebra and tangled wire hangers.
I love that line.
A what? Algebra and tangled wire hangers. Oh my god.
I feel that. I could actually feel that,
We enter day 28 of Cloudgate. Young Philly, how is the clown ruining your life?
Oh, the little goth pony is amazing.
Yep. Oh, I actually kind of hearted it. It's totes cutie.
It's totes cutie.
So Rainbow says she hasn't tried everything, not yet. And she goes to try the Sonic Rain Boom, and that doesn't exactly work.
Nope.
Because she gets the reveal of the gremlin, and
in your face.
See, I wish the art would have shown. The art shows him reaching for her goggles.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it would have shown him pulling them and letting them fly back on her face. Oh. I thought. I mean, as much as I want Rainbow to win at this point, I just thought that would be like the really, because in the one panel he looks like he's reaching right for them. Hey, take your stinking claws off me, you darn dirty gremlin. Damn dirty ape.
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. A lot of pop references.
Oh, yeah. The gremlin goes, and don't go too fast, weak little pony. We wouldn't want you to ruffle those wings again and you have an ouchie.
I love the designs of these gremlins. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, they're very evil looking gremlins.
I love it.
And Rainbow's just keeps saying uncool.
So uncool.
Yeah. And she gets really frustrated, and this basically just fuels their cloud and their yeah, that's so you line. Consider your face is lame. I can see you saying that.
Your face is lame. I kind of like this whole like Spider-Man kind of reference. She's using a rope and it's a web, but then like a symbiote comes onto it.
Yep.
I love
it's
it.
hilarious.
It's so Spidey. I love it.
Yuck, they're ruining everything. Everything. Gross. Pork chops and applesauce.
Applejack has some of the best Southern lines. Oh, I love it.
She does.
And poor Tank, he almost gets it.
Yeah, he almost does. That lightning came awfully close. But why does a turtle need a helicopter?
You really want to watch that episode.
Wait, it wasn't in season 1, was it?
I want to say it's 3. Is it 3?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far. I'm pacing myself.
She gets jealous because everyone else has a pet, and so she has auditions for pets.
Jesus.
And so it kind of ends up like the tortoise and the hare, kind of like a little thing.
Yeah.
Where all these big, magnificent creatures, and Tank wants to be adopted so bad, he doesn't give up. So she's like, I can't be seen with so slow, and then of course something happens, and she notices how awesome he is, but she wants him to fly with her, so she gives him a helicopter.
And we go on and on and on, and she says that she may never fly again, and the gremlins are like, she's never going to give up. I know, it's perfect. I could devour her hatred for years.
I love those gremlins. I like the Mr. Burns, like, little tippy fingers kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah, that's... So she's gonna give it everything she got with the sonic rain boom, and explosions are better with rainbows, people. Sonic double rain boom.
You got that from my Skype.
Yeah, pretty much. And this makes basically everybody happy. Because it pretty much restores all the happiness to the ponies and basically defeats the gremlins. They say it doesn't. At first they say the happiness, the goggles, they do nothing.
The goggles, they do nothing. I love like the pop references that they do here. And I like the news reporter works for PNN, Pony News Network.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Poor Rainbow, she gave her all, literally, that she's falling out of the sky. And Applejack is there to save her. Oh.
I haven't flown in 2 months, and you're making jokes too soon, AJ. Too soon.
Oh, I love it because she goes and visits Rainbow because she's hurt pretty bad. She's still recovering from all this, and she brings her orthotics.
You're right. I'm sorry. Will you still come for a walk with me? Scowl. That's actually going to be in the post. I love that panel of Rainbow. just
the evil eye. Giving you AJ the evil eye. Yeah, because out of Rainbow's double rainbow comes a special surprise of rainbow apples.
Yeah, and it's rainbow apple pie.
That actually looks good. I don't know why. It looks good to me.
You know what it looks like? It looks like General Mills has gone into pie making with Lucky Charms.
It looks delicious.
Rainbow pie, it's magically delicious. So we have rainbow apples, and basically Applejack tricks her into flying again because she throws a rainbow apple. Easy, next. Bring it back down here. Down? I'm flying. You're also extremely observant. You used all your happiness. I thought I'd bring a little back for you. I knew it would work. What if it didn't? Well, it did.
Yay!
I like this story. I thought this was a really, really cool story. It has each of these stories, because that's the whole point of the franchise at this point. They all have a life lesson. The first story with Twilight was all about friendship and
accepting people that you probably would never get to know. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And this one is, giving it your all and doing your best and, not giving into the self-doubt and just all the negative feelings and just...
And letting your friends be there for you, even if you don't want them to,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these guys.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'd probably give this one a 5. I really dug it all around. I thought it was great.
Again, I'll agree with you. Gremlins. Those gremlins are awesome. Those gremlins are a lot of fun,
So up next we have Rarity's story. And because Rarity is a fashion designer, this is obviously, going to be Rarity in a fashion show and all that stuff. Because we have the Canterlot Fashion Extravaganza at the end of the month. Yeah. I don't know. I've never... I like Rarity, but she's probably my least favorite out of the 6.
I agree. A lot of people absolutely love her, and I can understand why. I love it when she gets into her little mopey modes. I find it hilarious. Yeah. But she's the pony that when she gets out of her comfort zone, she tries to make it work out so she can get back into her comfort zone. So,
yeah.
And I like that.
Yeah, that is true. I think at this point, the only person that really loves Rarity, other than the fans that love her, is Spike. Spike loves Rarity.
Oh, well, Spike's madly in love with her.
Yeah, that's never going to work out.
Anything
Yeah.
for her. Yeah.
I do like the art in this. I do like the shininess of it. How their mains all look basically like everybody. It basically looks like all the You look at the one panel where Rainbow's saying, "Yeah, let's go get our apple cider on. There's a plate of fancy carrot sticks with my name on them."
Uh-huh.
You look at Rainbow, you look at Rarity, and Fluttershy is just kind of off panel, and then there's Twilight, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie. But if you look at Rainbow and Rarity right there, it looks like,
Everyone's had their hair conditioned.
No, it looks like everybody's back in the 80s and they've got way too much hairspray, is what it is. It's all hairspray or main spray, whatever you want to call it. And of course, we finally, because we haven't had it to this point, but this one is, because this is a whole fashion show thing and everyone's showing up for Rarity, this is our first real glimpse in these individual stories for Pinkie Pie. Yes, a party! You can't be late for a party. That would be awful.
Oh my gosh, that would be horrible.
Pinkie
Pinkie Pie has her priorities straight.
Yeah, pretty much. And Rarity, we just talked about, letting your friends be there for you. And Twilight asks her, is there anything we can stay behind and help with? She's like, no, I'd rather just see it all myself. Go and have fun. I'll be along. So Rarity is that... I'm going to make this comparison, and I'm not going to be ashamed to do so. She's essentially the Scrooge McDuck of the My Little Ponies at this point. No, I don't mean in the fact that she's greedy and she wants all the money and I'm just saying, she's that workaholic and she's that taskmaster of herself to basically God, I can't even believe it. Jeez, I just realized this. Even though she's probably my lowest favorite pony, oh God, I have the same problem because if I don't do it, it doesn't get done right half the time. Oh God. What do you think so far
this is typical Rarity having a breakdown, and I love
it.
I love the big panel of the party, and everyone's just like going crazy. Pinkie Pie's having a blast. Rainbow's belching like no other.
Yeah.
Applejack's being the world's best or worst bartender. I'm not sure about that. Someone found Gummy and it's like, Gator! Gator! What's Gator? some people have had maybe too much hard cider. It looks like. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the artwork in this. It's so awesome.
So, who in the Pony universe usually brings up the apples? Is it Applejack that usually brings up the apple cider because that's what she does?
Oh yeah. It's all Applejack. Anything with to do with apples is the Apple family, unless Flim and Flam are in town, and then they go.
Oh boy.
We see Flim and Flam later on.
Because the reason why I asked that is, you said the hard cider, and all I can think of is Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I'm like, Applejack's Hard Cider. Yeah, we need that.
Well, because they have their yearly cider fest, and Rainbow goes a little crazy for that. So
yeah. Rainbow goes a little crazy in anything she does. I mean, we've kind of already learned that. Who is the DJ? The DJ is not Rarity. Who the hell is the DJ?
What are you looking at? Oh, it's
corner.
DJ Pony. That's her name, DJ Pony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm still new to this stuff, folks. I don't know every single character, so.
Yeah, she usually has her glasses. She doesn't have her glasses on. They're on top of her head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and Octavia are roommates. She's the one that plays the bass or the cello. So,
yeah. So Twilight's trying to basically reassure Rarity that everything looked perfect, and Rainbow says, "You're working too hard." And we were talking about the expressions in the first. Look at Applejack, Rainbow. Look at that. And Rarity's like, too hard. If anything, I'm not working hard enough. Extravaganza is...
Extravaganza! Ah!
So we get to the point in the story where Applejack sees something in the Farmer's Rowdy Weekly Roundup newsletter that might help Rarity.
Say that 5 times fast.
Farmer's Rowdy Weekly Roundup. Farmer's Rowdy yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So they see this ad. This is perfect for you, Rarity. A week at Flax and Wheat's New Age All Natural Wellness Center. So they're basically going to send her to a spa, supposedly. And, Spike.
Spike, he just loves you.
Spike is the luggage rack. And she's like, "Oh, some pampering would be nice."
But she doesn't know what she's getting herself into.
No, because it is basically a working farm. What I don't get is as she's going off, Rarity goes off with what's his name? They don't show his name right away, do they? The pony that picks her up.
His name is Flax.
Oh, that's right. That is
Flaxseed.
Yeah, Flaxseed. That's right. So as she's going off with Flaxseed, Pinkie Pie is like, "Don't forget to write." I meant to. I'm like, wait, why? I don't get that.
What?
It's not.
Don't forget to write?
Yeah, no. I know what that means, but the scene is "Don't forget to write," but it's Pinkie yelling, but she's looking at Rainbow, and then Rainbow's like, "I meant to," and I'm like, wait, what? Where'd that come from?
Huh. I guess I didn't really notice that before.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Oh! Because Rainbow didn't write Pinkie before when she was gone.
Oh.
Okay, that's starting to be
okay.
And so she's just saying,
okay.
I had best intentions too, Okay. That makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, so we meet Flaxseed of Flax and Wheat. And things aren't what they seem here. Basically, it's a rundown shack.
It's definitely a hippie village. I love it.
Pretty much. Welcome to Flax and Wheat's New Age All Natural Wellness Center. It's charming.
Let's see. She's trying to be nice, you know.
Yeah, she is.
It's not her thing, but she's gonna try it out anyways.
Yep. And Wheatgrass kind of looks like Daphne from Scooby-Doo, except not like a hippie version of Daphne.
I love her. She's adorable. I
Yep.
want a figure of her. She is so cute.
Yep. We haven't been open long. We're renovating Spirits and Minds. Oh god. Flax is one of those characters. Flax is oh god. Wheat is Cheech and Flax is Chong.
Probably, yeah. They're definitely
Oh my god.
innovative spirits, minds. You know,
Yeah.
they're such hippies. I love it.
Yeah. So you booked the luxury suite and watch out for the skylight, ma'am. Night.
I love that this panel is made into a peace sign.
Sign. Yeah.
That is awesome.
That is so cool.
That is so cool. I gotta love it.
What's so great about it is the bottom right-hand corner that you don't really see. You see it, but when it zooms out in the Comixology guided view, you see the moon and then you see the Z.
Yeah, little possum.
Yeah, sleeping in the tray.
I love it.
So basically, she's without luxury. This is not a luxury place, people. This is not, a Beverly Hills hotel, spa, whatever. This is, like I said, pretty much a working farm. And she's having a really, really weird dream. And she gets woken up at the butt crack of dawn.
You overslept.
Gah, it's not even 6 in the morning. That rooster is delusional, malfunctioning.
I feel that every day my alarm goes off. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So they basically tell Rarity it's oh, we're gonna do a mud wrap, and she assumes it's the spa stuff, and it's so not. It's basically at the end of every day she's just so tired.
I mean, they do activities that are not what she would call fun. She feels like she's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically the daily activities put up, they end up making all this beauty stuff. So that's what happens because at the end of each night, she comes in and she's dog-ass tired, or pony-ass tired, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And there's this little note, the first day here, there's this little note in this little thing. Thank you for your hard work today. Enjoy this jar of Goops for Stuff Apple Carrot Deep Mane Conditioner. And it's basically what she made while she was working all day long is to make this one jar is the crux of the story.
Oh, yeah. Because she finally gets her spa treatment that she has been wanting, and it's the best that she's ever had. And we forgot to mention the whole I Love Lucy thing of her stomping the vegetables and the grapes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Like my favorite episode of Lucy.
It's crazy. So she gets, Goops for Stuff, milk and honey bath soak the next day.
Yeah, after she milked the cow and it was chased after a bunch of bees. So.
Yeah. So the next day they're gonna do soy stuff and she's basically at her wit's end. No, my labor cannot be bought for another day. In the morning I'm leaving. This isn't a vacation. It's manual labor. I have much better things I could be doing with my time. But first, a hoof scrub.
Oh, rarity. Oh, we forgot to mention the Matthew McConaughey pony that they have in here.
What? Where was he? Oh.
He's up 2 panels above you.
Soy inks and soy milk and soy candy and that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love soy.
Oh, I love green.
Yeah, his twin, the twin brother Tempe. Yeah, he looks like Matthew McConaughey with green hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
So the next morning, she goes in. Again, the expressions are just priceless.
Oh my gosh, this comic right here.
Mhm.
Oh, the Cheech and Chong, Flaxseed.
Yeah.
He's-
And wheatgrass.
yeah, I love Flaxseed. He is awesome.
A refund, as in your bits back?
You want your bits back? Oh, we already spent our bits. And then you come to find out, they're doing everything just to keep ahead of this business.
Mhm.
And they already spent all the money. But you know what? Rarity has a heart, and she lets them tell their story, and she's like, oh, well, now I feel bad. So she helps them out, and I love it. No matter how dirty she has to get.
Yeah, I love Flaxseed, and now it looks like we may have to go live in the suburbs, like maybe even Ponyville.
No offense.
Untaken. I love her expression.
Uh-huh.
Like he's like, oh my god, I just put my hoof in it.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god, oh my god, oh my god. And she's just looking at him like she's going to kill him.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, Rarity is Amy.
I gotta say, I love all these psychedelic backgrounds that they're using.
They
It is
are
so
awesome.
cool. I like, instead of hair, they have Maine the musical. I love it. Keep on trotting. Oh my gosh, there's so many fun things in the background here. Harmony and
Hovercraft.
understanding.
Hovercraft mother.
Mystic crystal revelation. Power to the ponies. I love anything hippie-ish. I love the whole 60s love and peace era. It's so much fun. Oh.
So basically, she goes and basically helps them get, the business up and running, and she gives them a whole bunch of ideas, and oh man, I was hoping that would be a bigger panel.
What?
Dang. Come on, Rarity, think. Idea. Wheatgrass Flaxseed Rarity is here to save the day. Just a day? I think we need like a bunch of days. I thought that was going to be like a bigger panel because you see the other characters at the bottom. I don't know. I thought that was going to be a bigger splash page there. So Rarity has all these ideas, and she basically saves the day, teaches them how to run the business. Integrity is like important, right? Depending on who you talk to, dude.
Yeah.
Some people have no integrity.
God, I love Flaxseed so much. This guy
He's awesome.
This guy needs to come back.
Yeah.
He is so much fun. Because I love the big billboard that say this other guy is going to be taking over, the area. And Flaxseed, the whole time, he cannot get this guy's face away from him. He's like, it's like he's watching me. I mean, he's such a stoner. I love it.
So we go to, she's teaching them all this stuff, and she says, next up, branding. Well, we already have cutie marks. Not that kind of branding.
She looks so terrified. Like, why would you do that?
Now, Flaxseed, how many bottles a day can you make of the milk and honey bath, and how much do you charge for it? Well, that depends upon the vibe I get from the bees.
Oh, I love it.
So basically, she wants them to charge an arm and a leg here.
Well, because Rarity knows people will spend money on premium products. She has experienced this premium product. She even knows that, I mean, what it's worth to her. And I'm like, yeah, kudos for you, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So we get to a point where it's time to test sell something. Tempeh, dear, would you come here for a moment? Now try and sell me something. Did you know our soy berry muzzle mask is full of soy milk, soy flour? You know what? Talking is overrated. Just point and nod. Let's
because
the products be.
He's the good-looking pony. He's got the chiseled jaw. He's got the nice frock and everything.
Yeah, he's not the talker.
He's a looker, not a talker. All right. I couldn't see him doing that. He's so Matthew McConaughey.
So the rooster comes up again. Look, a customer. I have a much better idea. And pack it all up. We're going to Canterlot. And she basically takes their stuff to the fashion show, right?
Yep.
And that's where everybody ends up buying it.
And Tempeh gets all the ladies. Look at that. He's got the ladies all over him.
It's just crazy.
Pinkie looks excited about the product.
Where's Pinkie? Hold on.
She's right by the beauty booth.
Oh, yeah. Well, Pinkie's excited about everything. I mean, the only time Pinkie isn't... Yeah. Yeah, wow, I see it now. Holy crap.
She's excited.
She's yelling. Oh, I wish I could get Andrea Libman for an interview. That would be so awesome. Just to get Pinkie stuff for this pony stuff.
I like how the hippie ponies run into photo finish and hoity-toity. You're just like, so you get one extreme to the other, and I love it.
Yeah, and I love Rarity's expression. Just, oh my god, deer in headlights, lip,
She's going back to the beginning where she's all stressed out.
Yeah. So we end the story with all the orders being placed, and this whole experience was a triumph, wasn't it? And she got a lifetime supply of plum and pear Withers cream.
She should be happy about that.
Mm-hmm. And Twilight says, I think you might have a story to tell, Princess Celestia. Spike, take a letter. Why? We're in Canterlot. We can literally just walk 40 feet and tell her about it. She's right over there. Poor Spike. I mean, seriously. Like, that little dragon just...
But you know what? It's for Rarity, so he'll do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, Twilight. She just... She just can't get over herself. And I love the ending here, where Celestia is reading the letter.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad Rarity was able to see past her own discomfort to help these ponies make this wonderful assortment of goodies. But why didn't they tell me about it in person? I was right there today. I spoke to them for an hour. Like the end?
Uh-huh.
Oh, anger. Would you stop saying like every other word?
Peace out. Nope. I love that Rarity saying peace out. That's awesome.
I just love the whole page flip. I think comics need to do that more. Not necessarily with the character where Rarity is, but just I don't know. I just think certain comics should do that more. Yep. And now we get to Fluttershy.
Oh, little Fluttershy. Quiet little Fluttershy.
Fluttershy is the pony of the group that loves the animals. She works with the animals. They all have pets, right? So
yeah, they do now. Yeah.
Technically, Spike is Twilight's pet.
No. Twilight has Aloysius.
Oh, that's right. I remember that episode. Poor Spike. He got so jealous.
Spike is her intern, basically.
Yeah.
No, Twilight has Aloysius. Pinkie has Gummy. Let's see. Well, Fluttershy has Angel. Yeah. Rarity has Opal. Mm-hmm. And Rainbow Dash has Tank. Did I forget? Oh, and Applejack has Winona.
So we see that Angel and Fluttershy, again, it's the expressions. It looks like she's scared. It looks like she's scared of the sign. It doesn't look like she's excited. It looks like she's scared of the thing. And I know it's Fluttershy, and I know Fluttershy's personality. She's obviously very shy and very timid and whatever. But I mean, the look on her face in this panel, folks, it looks like the sign jumped up and bit her. I mean. So the sign, Extreme Art Contest. Princess Celestia invites her subjects to display their works of outrageous creativity. Medals to be awarded. So that means that Kimber's going to show up, right?
There you go.
I know Gem is a whole other thing right now, and the comic is in its own direction with Kelly and all that. I just don't know what a Gem My Little Pony crossover would even look like. I would love to see it, but I just don't know.
Interesting.
So you could pair them up. No, seriously, you could pair the holograms up with. Let's see, we got Gem, Jerrica, Kimber, Shayna, Aja, eventually Rhea. So that's 5, and there's
Synergy and Twilight could go together. God,
the color schemes, it's too matchy.
That's why they make it good. They're both magical.
Okay. Yeah. So you got Synergy and Twilight. And I know we're on a tangent here, folks. You got Synergy and Twilight, Gem, and wouldn't be Rarity, because I know Kimber and Pinkie Pie.
I
the same personality.
Gem and Fluttershy would go together.
Okay, Gem and Fluttershy.
No, Kimber and Rainbow Dash.
No, Kimber and Pinkie Pie. Come on, they're both that extreme.
Well, no, but Rainbow Dash is pretty extreme too, and they both have kind of the same kind of attitude.
No. Because look. Just shut up and look. I can't believe we're even off on this. Holy crap. Okay, so you got Synergy and Twilight. That makes sense. You got Gem and Fluttershy. You got Pinkie and Kimber. You got Aja and Rainbow Dash.
I guess.
Think of the comic.
Yeah.
Think of the comic.
I guess, yeah.
And then you got Shayna and Rarity.
Oh yeah, because they're both fashion designers.
And who am I missing?
Rhea.
We haven't even met her yet. So, but who am I missing on the phone? Oh, Applejack. Applejack and Ashley? Because we have met the Starlight Girls. I don't know. Anyway, back to... Sorry, folks. Tangents are what we do around here at the Geekcast Radio Network.
Applejack and Jerrica. There you go.
Because
they're both very hard workers.
Yeah, that's true. So Fluttershy swoops in. She basically chomps the piece of paper off the thing. She goes back to her house and basically, do you think any pony saw me, Angel? She's like so scared that someone saw her take the sign down.
Yep.
and she's doing this whole super secret thing. I would be mortified if any pony knew what I've been hiding downstairs in my secret room. Fluttershy has a secret room.
She's
Or that I
secretly
even...
evil.
Secretly evil. Why is the bunny giving her a thumbs up sign?
Because Angel is evil. I'm not kidding. He looks so nice. He's a mean little guy. But I love.
Oh. I just assumed it was a she, but okay.
Angel's a boy.
Oh, does that mean he's gonna turn into a vampire
No,
rabbit?
the thing is, they had a special cover, or where was it? I can't remember where it was now. They had Angel and Spike as a cover at one point. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was fan made or if it was an actual cover now, because it was so good. But I thought it was awesome. Yeah, they had the leather on and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And just imagine if they knew the truth of what I do here in my chamber of extreme knitting.
I've seen people like that before. That's so scary.
The Palace of Friendly Pony Grotesqueries? What the hell? No, chamber of...
Because it's so grotesque. There's,
yeah,
I mean, I like the little demon dragon that she has on this side there.
Yeah, that's a little much, but yeah. Demon butterflies too.
Yeah, I love it.
Here in my studio, I've turned a simple craft into a radical art and created objects that dart and scare even me. Even though they were all made by my own hooves.
I love the look on Fluttershy. So cute.
She's one of these ponies that she's one of these people or one of these characters that she constantly has breakdowns.
Yeah. You will love me.
Not too fast now, Angel Bunny. You don't want to get a tummy ache. You really should eat more than that, don't you think? It's not playtime yet. I know you want to run, but just 3 more bites. 2 more bites? 1 more bite? Pretty please. Oh, goodness. Are you okay? Are you coughing because there's a carrot stuck in your throat? Because you need some water? Because of that giant cloud of scary black smoke? I'll take that as a yes.
All right, so you look at these 3 panels here. Oh, Angel, I want so badly to enter Princess Celestia's art contest, but I'm afraid of every pony's reaction to my art. That's why I've always kept my creations hidden away down here. The expressions, we've talked about this the whole podcast, but the expressions, that one panel where she says, "Oh, Angel," she looks really, really kind of happy a little bit, and then she just descends into madness. What if they hate it? Angel's just like, yeah, right. So she's gonna do it in disguise. And the cool thing about Fluttershy is when she gets, up and like, you're right, Angel, so what? I'll do it. You expect her to almost stay that way, and then she goes back to in disguise. Like, she gets really excited, and then she just goes back to her standard personality. It's interesting. I like it. And she comes up to this thing basically just she kind of looks like the Joker
in her veil.
No, the hat, because there was a point in the Death of the Family storyline.
Oh, okay, no, she's talking.
There was a point where he was like Joe's Garage, and he was wearing this like mechanic's uniform with a hat. Yeah. So the pony event people are like, help setting up, ma'am. Oh, no, that's fine. I don't need any help. No, that's fine. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's very delicate. So the security guards walk off, and I love Angel. Angel's just like, phew.
Angel doesn't say much, but when he does, it's awesome.
Well, he can't talk, can he?
Well,
none of the
He makes little sounds here and there, so.
Right, but none of the pets actually.
No, none of them talk.
None of them actually speak words.
Aluisha says too a lot. Of course, he's the owl.
Well, but he's an owl. I mean, it's an animal sound technically. So Fluttershy goes through the gallery and she's looking at all the amazing pieces, and she says, "Your angel, I'll never know unless I show it." And she basically whooshes it out, and it's this giant knitting thing of her with butterflies.
It's a self-portrait. It's a self-portrait in yarn.
Yeah. That's Praiser Pan. Oh, God. Praiser Pan. Is Captain Hook going to show up next, people? Seriously? Praiser Pan? Come on now. And he's, basically, he's the art critic. He's critiquing all the art. And I do love his line here. Some other ponies think that we adore seeing their trite little collections on display. They confuse art with hoarding.
Yeah. It's modern art, definitely.
Yeah. And I really think at this point Fluttershy is my favorite out of the group because she's just so awesome. The constant personality changes is just so cool. She's always so worried about everything. And she's not ready for this. And of course, Rarity basically whisks her disguise off because she recognizes her. She's like, I can handle this. I'm fine as long as no pony knows it's me. That voice. It couldn't be.
It is.
Butterflies? No, absolutely cannot be, but my couture sizing sense is never off. Oh, God. Talk about another Spider-Man joke, people. I mean...
Oh, with her
couture sense. Just in the whole red and outline, and she figures it out. It's Fluttershy. No, it's not me, no. Fluttershy, it is you. And she basically pulls off the disguise. This extreme piece came from someone as inconsequential as you?
Oh, I hated that line. I'm like, oh.
See, I thought the line at first, I know Praiser Pan is, this big art snobbish critic kind of guy, and I thought it was going to be someone as shy as you,
Mm-hmm.
Because Fluttershy, the whole point of her personality is she's shy, and we get all these negative comments, and she's like, "Oh, this is worse than my worst nightmare," and they're basically just putting a bunch of self-doubt into her, and she's saying she's worthless, and then again the personality changes, and it's not a happy personality change. It must be destroyed.
That's so sad.
All I can think of is, and I know this isn't exactly the going to be the right reference because it's flipped around, but all I can think of when I see this panel, it must be destroyed. Dinobots, destroy, devastate her. So Fluttershy nearly attempts to destroy her creation, but she can't. She stands up to them. I made it and I like it, and that's all that matters, no matter what you say. And then Princess Celestia comes along, saying that it's delightfully original, and everybody else, because Princess Celestia said it.
Yeah, because they're followers.
Yep. They like it, of course they do. Princess Celestia likes it.
You know what? There's the one pony she still doesn't like, even though Princess Celestia. That's cool. It's good to know that she just doesn't like it because the princess does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So all the ponies show up, and we get to kind of the end of the story here, and later that week, and they're all kind of wearing things that Fluttershy made for them.
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And the message here is, and that's how I learned that you should never let your fear of being criticized stop you from expressing yourself through art, especially if you have terrific friends to help you do it. Even though I suspect they do not truly understand the artistic impulse that drives me, which makes them even more terrific.
I love that last page. That last page is so sweet. It's so Fluttershy. This is what I like about this writing. They're so true to the characters.
They are, yeah, absolutely. And we have Pinkie Pie up next. Oh boy, Pinkie Pie.
I love Pinkie Pie. She's awesome.
All as I can think of after seeing the first season of the show, Pinkie Pie is kind of like what Shredder was talking about at the end of Turtles 2. In smaller doses, through future mutants. Pinkie Pie is awesome. I'm not going to say she isn't, but oh my god, there's only so much Pinkie Pie I can take.
Oh, Pinkie Pie's awesome. You're wrong. Again, you're wrong.
No, I'm not. Wait a second. How can I be wrong when I'm not saying I dislike her? I'm just saying that.
Because she's the best pony ever.
So Pinkie does basically almost a sonic rain boom into Twilight's house, because Twilight's like, "Is that an earthquake? Was there an earthquake scheduled for today?" Yeah, like earthquakes are scheduled, Twilight. Come on now. And it's Pinkie basically just diving into her house here. Hello, Pinkie. Oh my gosh, Twilight, I won. What did you? And I can't do it even. I can't do it justice. I just can't. I can't do Pinkie's. I just can't do it. Oh my god. You're always hopped up on soda. You tried doing that really fast.
The one line?
The Coca-Cola.
Okay, let me blow this line up here. It says, okay, so Coca-Cola was having a contest, and you had to do the frequent winning crap. So I drank 314 bottles of Coca-Cola, and none of them won. But there was a 315 bottle, and I won one cap, and I won Twilight. I won.
Did you win?
I was trying not to scream.
Tickets, Twilight. He's performing tonight. I got tickets, and I want you to come with me. Pinkie, calm down. Deep breaths. Tickets to what? Who is performing?
The greatest clown in all Equestria.
Poniachi. Poniachi. Oh my god. So, if the rarity story, or if the Fluttershy story was coming over your fears and not giving in to peer pressure and all that stuff, this one is more of being true to yourself than anything else.
Oh yeah.
And we meet a strange pony at the Poniachi place, and Pinkie tells him that, she studied every one of his routines, bought all of his joke books. I even have the talking Poniachi doll. Talking.
she's his #1 fan.
Yeah. Are you here? You know, she goes on, or Twilight asks him, "Are you here to see Poniachi?" No, I'm afraid not even Poniachi could get me to laugh. And Pinkie being Pinkie. What? Oh, no, don't say that. Every pony deserves to laugh. So she tries to give him her ticket. What we come to find out is that he is actually Poniachi.
Yeah,
He can't laugh at jokes.
He's just burnt out, man. Poor guy. He's just...
Yeah. I mean, he does everything. She goes and lists everything that he does, and I meet the pony who invented the sideways backflip and the silent knock-knock joke. I don't even want to know how that would work. A silent knock-knock, like you can't, that can't be done.
Apparently it can, but Pinkie Pie defies physics, so apparently she can.
And Pinkie Pie defies everything. I mean, she goes up and asks him to sign her doll, and he says, "Sure, just let me take my makeup off. It's you. I mean, you're him. You're the pony we met before the show."
Poniachi.
Yep. Well, that's just it, miss. I'm sorry, I didn't ask your name. Pinkie Pie, 2 P's, 2 E's, and 3 I's.
Wink. As she broke the fourth wall in the comic, people.
Yeah.
I love that.
So he goes on to tell her that he's been a clown for a very long time, and he hasn't been a young pony in a very long time, and all I want to do in life is make ponies laugh. Comedy is even in my cutie mark. But being a clown is draining. I can't keep performing like I used to, so I've decided to retire. And this just devastates Pinkie.
I know. Well, I mean, it's her hero.
Yeah. Well, no, you look at that panel there where she says, "What?" And Twilight's like, You're quitting clowning? Like, Twilight's like, "There's a mystery here. I must solve the mystery." And Pinkie Pie's more like, "What the? Did you? Don't say that."
No!
Yeah. In fact, tonight might have been my last performance ever. And basically, the story is all about inspiration. He basically says, well, every performer needs to know when to leave the stage, and this basically makes Pinkie just bawl out crying.
I love it. I like it because she has so much feeling for this person who she just barely met, because he's so influential. I mean, how many times has this happened? I mean, a lot of our heroes are dying off, the ones that we grew up with. So it's kind of sad. It brings that feeling like, oh my gosh, it really happened. They're gone, you know. No, this can't happen. And you feel that loss, even though you never really personally knew them. So I that's what I like about that panel. You can actually feel her pain.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, by the time this episode goes up, it'll probably be a week or so, maybe, or I might actually go ahead and backdate it and put it up. But yeah, the day this episode goes out for the pull bag, we lost voice actor Joe Oleski, who did the voice of Plucky Duck. He did Bugs and Daffy and all that other stuff after Mel passed, and I've been going back and watching Tiny Toons now, because just kind of reminding myself what he had done for voice acting and all that with the Looney Tunes and stuff. I love the next few panels. Sigh, Poniachi doll, thanks for trying to cheer me up. Pinkie, I know you're sad because Ponyacci retiring, but I'm trying to get my grocery shopping done, and oh, don't worry about me. Just pile the vegetables right on top of me.
She's going through, her depression. I feel sorry for her. She's seeing her
Yeah, no, I
world go
do too.
down.
Yeah. Um, and then Pinkie really gets mad about it though.
Mm-hmm.
That's practically the same. Oh, because Twilight says, "I think maybe you're overreacting a little. It's not like Ponyacci is going away. He's just not performing anymore." That's practically the same thing. A clown who doesn't do any clowning is hardly a clown at all. How can you just give up on his profession? Well, like he said, he's getting older and he's been performing for a long time. I don't think he wants to stop, but he can't keep it up forever. But he's an inspiration to a million. How can he abandon all his loyal fans? This is where Pinkie gets mad. I love the emotional changes in Pinkie. This is so awesome.
Well, she's going through the signs of depression.
Yeah.
Or grief, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, grief, anger, all that stuff. So she has Spike gives her I wish I could have seen Ponyacci perform. He must have been pretty inspiring. Spike, that's it. You're a genius. I know what I can do. Twilight, how many boxes of glitter do you have? None. Great, I'll need all of them. She's not even listening anymore.
Yay! Yay!
And she basically pulls a Bugs Bunny routine. Letter from Mr. Ponyacci. My God, Nicole, you are Pinkie Pie. Whoops. wrong part of the postal service.
Yeah, deliveries.
Is that like you don't do windows too?
Nope. Windows either.
Look this way. Surprises. And she basically pops out of the box. Oh, Mr. Ponyacci, what's got you so blue? And she starts singing the song. I love the art here. I think the art here is amazing with Pinkie.
Oh, well, yeah, I love it too. I mean, it's so vibrant and active, and
Yep, absolutely. And she goes on and sings and sings and sings. I suppose you're. And Ponyacci says to Twilight, I suppose you're trying to convince me not to quit too. No, I'm just handling props and background music.
you know what? I'm good for Twilight for helping her.
Well, how can she not? I mean, so Pinkie's all tired out, and she asks him, "Did I convince you?" And he says, "No," and she goes blue. I'm sorry, Miss. Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss Pie. If it makes you feel better, your performance was excellent. Fine singing, good juggling. Your balancing act could use a little work, though. Here, listen. If you should inflate it a little more, give yourself a firmer surface. He's giving her all these tips and whatever else, and she then gets again the emotional people, the emotions people with the like. I didn't realize the ponies could be this.
Oh yeah, they're very, very active in their facial expressions.
There's a panel here where he asks her, "Have you considered makeup? You could do a lot with your complexion." And her face is just like so downtrodden, and then she's just like, "Ooh,
ah,
hey, that's it. You don't need to be a clown. You should teach clowns."
I like it.
Teach? I never thought of that before. That's really a good idea, Pinkie. You just knew what to look for in my performance. You could help other ponies become better clowns. You could leave your mark on comedy forever.
This next panel.
Yeah.
That's the look of psychoticness right there in his eyes. Like, that, for some reason, that look scares me.
Hi, you're brilliant. I can keep being funny without having to perform. Yeah, that's yeah, no.
It reminds me of old school Disney.
Yeah. Or Psycho. So they have a hug, and she says, he asks her, how can I ever repay you? Well, there is one thing.
Well, there is just one thing.
Let's check your pie throwing recruits. Custard bullseye, nice job. Troll, wide to the right, tighten up your throw. I have to say, Poniachi looks much happier, and he's got students coming from all over Equestria. The school's a huge success. Gigglefit. What kind of a name is Gigglefit?
It's an excellent clown name.
Watch your aim. You're almost hit laughing at her.
I like the name Gigglefit. That's awesome.
And we get a letter from... this letter to Celestia is from Pinkie, right?
Yes.
See, that's what I like about, like, don't get me wrong, I like in this series, at least from the first season what I've seen, I like the fact that Twilight is the one that writes the letter and telling Princess Celestia about her friends, but with the comics, I like with these so far that it's each pony that's writing a letter.
They changed that up in the cartoon, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because, don't get me wrong, Twilight doing it is fine, but after a while, kind of gets a little monotonous. So we've got that. What did you think of the Pinkie Pie story?
I love Pinkie Pie. Because of her just raw emotions. You know, she loves a party. She loves that other people like to celebrate partying. And so when they retire from partying, she's like, you can't retire from partying. You know? She finds a way for them to keep on partying, and I love it.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, the art, the expressions in this.
It's just so good.
It's so much fun. The splash pages are so creative. And yeah, I love Pinkie.
That first, the regular cover that Amy Memberson done, that has to be my favorite cover out of all of these because it's Pinkie with the photo booth pictures.
Oh, I love the photo booth one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because you see how expressive her face is.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, breaking the fourth wall is a classic Pinkie thing, and I love it.
She's essentially the modern day Ferris Bueller.
Yep. I can see that.
The final chapter here is all about Applejacks and the Apple family. On the cover we have, now you're going to have to help me out here on some of these. We have Apple Bloom, we have Mac, and we have Granny Smith. Who are the others?
Okay, oh my gosh. I know his...
You should know this.
No, I know. I just lost it. Oh, crap. He's from Appaloosa. Oh, God. It's another name of an apple. Why can't I think of his name?
You'll think of it
I
later.
remember everything about him. Oh my gosh. Give me a second.
So we start this one out. That's the ticket, Apple Bloom. Hold her steady. And the Apple family is essentially, and I don't mean this to insult them, they are the rednecks of Equestria.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other one is Bab's Seed. Why can't I remember? This is gonna try.
Ponies sure do love our apple treats this time of year, Granny. What are they doing? They're doing, what is this? Not All Hallows. That's Halloween. Hearthwarming Eve, that's what it is. So they're getting ready for all of this, and Applejack comes in. What are y'all doing standing there? We got tons to do. Sorting apples, peeling apples, coring apples, smudging apples, mushing apples, grating apples, delivering apples. Splash. You simmer down now, Applejack. Having everything just so ain't what the holiday is about.
So much fun. This is so much fun.
Yeah, I love. I'd have to say at this point, my 4 favorites are Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie. Well, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack. I'm sorry, people. I just
No
rarities.
left for Twilight.
And Twilight's all right. I don't know. I think I need to see more of her in like not just the single story. Like I think
Brayburn!
Six.
I found it. I remember. Sorry, I was thinking about. I'm going through apples here. I'm like, okay, it's not.
She had to go through a list of apples, people, to find the
No,
name.
I was going through a list of apples in my head. I'm like, okay, go to the grocery store. Sorry,
Okay, so the 6 one-shots that make up this trade paperback, Ponytails Volume 1. Out of the 6, 5 of them, I get more out of 5 stories than I do like. Okay, well, 4. I mean, the Rarity one was good. I understood.
Come on, you had the hippies. You had.
I know, but I'm saying that with Twilight, like, Twilight is almost a one-trick pony.
No, she's not.
Everybody else, huh?
No, she's not.
She is. She's all about the rules. She's all about reading. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying being all about reading is a bad thing. That's her personality. That's fine. I'm just saying that so far I've had more enjoyment and fun out of Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, and Pinkie Pie.
Well, it's Pinkie Pie. Of course, you're gonna like it.
So basically this holiday story here is
it's almost Christmas time.
Yeah, it's almost Christmas time, but it's them showing Applejack she can kind of slow down a bit because it is almost Christmas time, and I really don't want to make this comparison, but I'm gonna anyway. It's almost like she's the Grinch. Not in a bad, but it's like, I don't know. I'm not gonna word this and get it out properly here. She wants to do all the work, make sure everything's done, but she doesn't. It's almost like she's the Grinch and Scrooge kind of combined here a little bit because she doesn't know how to slow down. And is all that Big Mac says is a yup.
Well, he says nope as well. Actually, there's one episode where he actually has a lot of lines, and it was really, really odd, but it was awesome. But yeah, Big Mac's a very simple pony, you know.
Apparently.
Yep.
So the story comes along, and there's this thief, this pear thief or whatever, and he's stealing the apples and leaving pears, or not pears.
Not pears, it's squash. That's the whole point of this. It's squash.
Why I could have slept till next housewarming eve, but farmer's work waits for no pony. Ain't that right, y'all? Y'all?
Y'all?
Applejack, look, it's terrible. Lots of apples. They've been stolen and replaced with squashes.
What in tarnation? I could do Applejack pretty well. Okay.
What in tarnation?
What in tarnation? How could this happen?
It's the Sasquatch, Granny says.
Sass Squatch. Let's spell it out for people. S-A-S-S. Second word, squash. S-Q-U-A-S-H. There you go. I love that. When I saw that, when Granny said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Huh?
I literally laughed out loud with that one.
Come on, youngins, I'll tell you all about it.
Come on, youngins. I love Granny.
So we have a flashback as Granny is telling the story of the Sasquatch. What do you think of the flashback and the basically, I don't want to say sepia tone, but kind of olden time?
Yeah, like black and white photos, you know.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore it. I love it. I love the picture of this the Sasquatch. Sas. You know what I'm saying?
Squatch.
Yeah, because it's like the 1960s photo of Bigfoot, and it's perfect, and I love it.
Yeah, it is just so cool. And Granny goes on and says, I must have spooked it because I never did see it, nor it squashes ever again, till now, that is.
Ooh.
Well, it's not going to cause any more mischief this holiday. I'm going to catch it.
You go, Applejack. You go.
Yeah. Everybody wants to help her, and they have all these ideas, nets, magnets, and...
Pots and pans and...
Yeah. An apple trap, Apple Bloom says. Mac just holds up the net. Net.
Knit. Yep, he's like, knit. I love it. I love the look on his face there, too.
Yeah, it's just kind of awesome. And Applejack gets her revenge because they're all excited about trapping the thing. She throws a bucket of water on them all. Y'all don't fret, I'll catch it. I want y'all to enjoy the holiday. I'm not gonna let everything be ruined by a no-good varmint.
You just went Yosemite Sam right there.
It's just in people's natures to hate rabbits. Here's go vice versa and all that kind of stuff. But Applejack, you can't do it all by yourself. Isn't that right, Mac? Yup. Yeah, he really is iron-eyed. Holy crap. Thanks for noticing me. So Applejack goes out. She goes and builds a bunch of different traps trying to catch the Sasquatch. And each night and each morning, it doesn't work. And
she gets foiled by her own traps.
She gets foiled by her own traps. I do love the whole interaction between her and Apple Bloom.
Little Apple Bloom's adorable, yeah.
Applejack, you fell asleep. Well, maybe just rested my eyes for a moment, but what are you doing inside that cage? What in the world are you talking about, Apple Bloom? I'm on the outside. Dang nabbit, I've been bamboozled. You sure you can use some help? Her pride is just too much at this point. So,
I like that Apple Bloom always has her bow on.
Yeah.
Even on the outside of her hat. I love it that she has a hat with her big old bow on. I love it.
Yeah. So Applejack is essentially, I love when Granny says, well, she's lost it.
Yep. She's walking in circles. She starts like hallucinating and walking on two legs. And
let me guess. You want help using your net? A yup and a yup. Double dang blasted. Mirrors all gone. I can see that. I love how she scares Granny. Granny, don't move a muscle. What? I've got this place booby trapped. This entire area is rigged with tripwires and snares. Oh my. And they're all just worried about her.
Oh yeah, she's lost it.
And she gets caught in her own trap. We have a song in the middle of this. What do you think of the little song there?
Oh, it's cute. You
know. So she goes and paints on there free apples. We get more of the song as it goes along, and I can't turn my neck that far to read. It's extra sticky molasses. Oh wow, I can't believe I just read that upside down.
You did a good job. Way to go.
I thought it was tar at first because I figured, tar and feather and all that.
Oh no, they work at apple farms. They're good at.
I know. So we get the song, and She just hits her head against the stone. Thanks. With the squash. Pow.
Yep.
She,
The sass
squash.
I'm gonna say it wrong. I know. He's a very tricky guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Darn dang shoot fiddlesticks and marmalade. You know, I can't help but think they really wanted her to swear. I know she's...
I mean, you're from Kentucky. You know how...
I know. No, I know. I know. Absolutely. Oh, boy. So, yeah, she's beyond lost it at this point. It's not your job to make everything perfect, quote unquote. Then whose job is it, Granny? Applejack comes back, basically saying, I've failed you. And she's, they're like, oh, none of that's important, and they basically tell her, by golly, that she says, absolutely right, Granny. I've been going about this all pig-headed. This holiday's not about doing things by yourself. It's about coming together and working with those you love most. And by golly, that's just what we'll do. We'll work together and catch this critter. Oh boy, this'll be fun. Look at Apple Bloom. Apple Bloom is so just mischievous right there. She can't wait.
She wants to be just like her sister, so.
Yeah. So everybody's got the plan. Everybody goes, and is that Granny or Apple Bloom that says? Yeah, that's Granny. Hoot hoot! I'm coming to get you, you great green goofus.
I love that Granny has no fear.
Now, people, if you've read this story before, or if you haven't read it yet, that scene basically should tell you what... It doesn't give the plot away, but Granny runs off saying she's going to go get the Great Green Goofus, and then the Great Green Goofus shows up.
Mm. It's a Scooby-Doo kind of like thing.
Uh-huh. Doo-doo. It's the Scooby-Doo ending. Yeah, pretty much. We got him. Huh? What's it doing? I got you youngins good.
Granny is awesome.
What in the hay now?
What in the hay?
You see, after I ran into the forest, I suited up into this old costume I made years ago, you see. But why would you do all this, Granny? To bring us all together, of course. We're so busy preparing for the holiday that we forgot to spend time with each other. And that's pretty much the basis of the story.
Oh, but there's a little surprise at the end.
Yeah. They're looking through the old Apple photo album, Applejack's is, and it couldn't be. Might just surprise you. Sincerely, Applejack. And you enjoy now, big feller. Your work's all done. Oh, and happy housewarming Eve to you. And there really is a Sasquatch.
Yeah, I love that she pretended to be the Sasquatch, to protect him, because they're really friends. And I'm like, aww, love it.
Now the trade here also has all the variant covers in the back of it. Mm-hmm. We've got one with art by Sabrina Alberghetti, which is the Apple family here. We've got Twilight and Spike, which is done by Tom Zoller. We've got Rainbow Dash and
Tank.
And Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite covers. I love that. That is so cool.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. We got Rarity, Psychedelic Rarity.
My gosh, I love this one too. I love it.
It hurts my eyes. I love it, but it hurts my eyes.
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful.
It's 270s.
Oh,
just
that's why
way
I love
270s.
60s. Hippie age was in the 60s.
Yeah, but she's got bell bottoms on. Those are from the 70s.
No, that's the 60s.
What the hell am I? No. What am I thinking of that's in the 70s then?
Disco?
Yeah. It's Austin Powers, whatever.
The Summer of Love? That's the
Yeah.
whole... That was 60s.
I think outside of the Pinkie selfie photo booth cover, my favorite is the one done up here by Ben Bates. Her with all her little snacks and stuff, and just the star glasses and all that. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I wasn't sure how I was going to react after having read this, but I really, really did enjoy it. I thought it was great. Like I said, I'm not too thrilled with I like the Twilight story, but her as a character in the story, I just felt that it was her because I obviously, like I said, I've seen the first season of the show, so I knew what all their characters were like. I just felt like 4 out of the 6 stories, the characters of Applejack, Rainbow, Pinkie Pie, obviously, and Fluttershy were more fleshed out and were more like what they are in the show. Like, I could actually hear Andrea Libman in my head when Pinkie would say anything, or when she would scream, or when a facial feature would pop up. For the Applejack story, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It was good.
I give it a 5 because I think that's my favorite out of the whole series.
Oh, really?
I love anything supernatural, and so to think that Granny did 2 wonderful things. She brought her family together. She gave them an adventure, and she's protecting her friends, so no one will go out and destroy them. Mm-hmm. So, and I really like that. I like I said, I'm a sucker for pretty much anything supernatural, so. I really enjoyed that one. I thought that was really cute, and if you think about it, it's a really good holiday story as well. So.
It is. I just wish that, and I know they're 2 different stories. We had the holiday leftover episode about 4 podcasts ago or so, with Twilight and all that, and I like that this holiday story obviously focuses on Applejack and the Apple family and all that. And like I said, though, I still like Pinkie Pie is probably my number 1 favorite, and then Fluttershy, and then Rainbow Dash.
I thought you said Fluttershy was your favorite.
I don't know. They'll flip flop back and forth probably. Who knows? All right, folks, we're going to take another quick break and come back with final thoughts and give you a little teaser of what's coming up next after this.
It's Showtime Synergy. The latest review podcast from the Geekcast Radio Network is here. So join TFG1 Mike, Nicole Hailstorm, and myself, Lady Rec, as we will be reviewing all 65 episodes of Joe and the Holograms in a 25-episode long podcast. You can find Showtime Synergy on iTunes and GeekCastRadio.com. We are the truly outrageous podcast that you want to be listening to.
Well, I am shocked and dismayed. Well, now you can't be both. You be shocked, I'll be dismayed.
Coming in 2016, Steve Megatron and myself, TF2 and Mike, bring you a brand new TV review show. Welcome to Podcaster Meets World. That's right. We're launching a Boy and Girl Meets World review podcast here on the GCRN. It'll take us 70 episodes of the podcast to review all 158 episodes of Boy Meets World. After that, we will tackle Girl Meets World. You can find Podcaster Meets World on GeekCastRadio.com and iTunes starting late summer, early fall 2016. So come on and walk through the world with us.
I love the thing they call.
All right, folks, we are back in Pullback episode 129, Ponytails Volume 1. I'm scrolling because when I read this, I took notes as I read it down, and I can't believe I didn't bring this up when we were talking about Pinkie Pie's story, but why is it after reading this story, I feel like Pinkie is Harley and Ponyacci is the Joker?
Don't you do that. Don't.
What?
You do
What?
not combine one of my favorite characters with one of my least favorite characters.
Wait,
No.
You don't like Harley?
I don't care for Harley. Not anymore.
Oh, come on.
Nope, not anymore. I used to like her. Then the world destroyed her.
How did the world destroy her?
They did the same thing. Like, they made her into something that she's not. I could talk about 30 minutes about what the world has done to Harley Quinn, and it's not good.
We'll save that for another day. But I'm just saying that just after reading the story, I just felt that he taught her everything. The Joker taught Harley everything she knew. And I'm really not talking about the comics. I'm talking more about like Batman the Animated Series, that version.
That's the Harley I like. Okay.
Right, I know.
After that, the world destroyed Harley.
Okay, all right. Calm down, Pinkie. But that's the version I'm talking about when I made the note, was the DC Animated Universe version of Harley, and that's what I thought of. Okay, so coming up next, we've got next time on the pullback here, we've got episode 130 with Ponytails Volume 2. This features the Cutie Mark Crusaders, Celestia, Spike, and Luda. Dun, dun, dun. Well, like I said, overall, I enjoyed Ponytails Volume 1. I don't know if the Pony comics are going to be something I stick with. You know, we're doing this here because I thought it would be something fun and cool and whatever else, but I just don't know if it's a franchise I'm going to stick with. It depends on how much more of the show I actually get around to watching.
The comics are pretty funny, and there's a lot of hidden gems in them, especially if you were a fan when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I want to say it's issue 2. There's a splash page. I want to say page 3 or 4. I think it might be 3 and 4 or something like that. And it's just a bunch of pop references. See how many you can name. It's awesome. So.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this week here on the Pull Bag. We'll be back next week with more pony coverage. Make it your greatest game into comics, and we will catch you then.
Aloha.
You've just heard the latest episode of The Pull Bag, the GCRN's comic review and discussion podcast. There are several ways to get in touch with us and leave feedback for the show. You can visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on the episode and all of our different podcasts. You can rate our show on iTunes. Be sure to leave us feedback. Call the voicemail line, 502-526-5821. Please remember to tell us the show you are leaving the message for, and your name. Become a fan of us on Facebook by searching Geekcast Radio Network. Send us an email feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at GeekCastRadio. So until next time, make your great escape into comics and unleash the geek in you.